Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this series, whatever this series is. I think what I've elected to name it is Minecraft and Storytelling, primarily because we are playing Minecraft and talking about storytelling. I know I'm very creative in titles, but sorry, my Siri went off. But today we're gonna, unlike last time where we were kind of just rambling and putting out ideas, I kind of want to make this a specific topic today. I want to make today's topic world building. Now I know last time I kind of ended on like a ambiguous note, kind of just farted off into the wind with a story. And to be honest, and to a certain degree, I want to continue to end this in that way. At least, maybe not always with a story, but always with kind of just a nice, like, natural stop. And not a, like, okay, guys, subscribe to my channel, yada, yada, yada. Nah, I want it to feel like the ending of a good book. You know, I want each series to end like a good book. And so I'm kind of gonna just keep farting off into the wind every time I end these videos. But if you really want to know when they're gonna end, you can just check the timestamp. Another thing I'm gonna try to do that is a bit different than last time is I am also going to work on making these at least shorter, or if not shorter in the sense of my recording sessions, then working on a way to cut these up into more enjoyable portion sizes, because I know last time I ran a bit long, and I ran a bit long even for me, I think, as far as topic goes and things of that nature. So I'll try to keep it a little more I'll try to keep it a little more brief, at least in length, one way or another with this. Oh, crud. I've found myself stuck. So today's topic, what I'm going to be talking about, is world building. And I think that's a wonderful, wonderful thing to talk about for multiple reasons within this. One, world building is like one of the very first things you want to do right after you have an idea. You know, you want to be able to kind of create the space, create the rules in which your story functions. And once you've done that, then you can start really like digging down into details and getting with the down and dirty of whatever you're writing, or telling in whatever form. And also, it's a wonderful topic to talk about in Minecraft, because there is a sort of irony with talking about world building in a game that's about building. So I think that too kind of just fits the bill nicely. And I got a conch cell, so now I can. Okay, dear, come on, really? I need some torches. Please don't hit me until I have torches. Okay, there we go. You guys are jerks. Okay. Yeah, but we'll be talking about crap. We'll be talking about world building today. And I kind of want to reserve that conversation until after I'm out of a dangerous spot, so that way I can kind of just speak in flow and not have to worry about whether or not I'm going to get killed by this drown. I am so done with you guys. Come on, get over here. Yeah. I think drowned are in themselves an interesting aspect of world building. The way Minecraft has approached, you know, because drowned are essentially zombies, but like they're a very different type of zombie that this game didn't have for a very long time. And so by creating the drowned, they really kind of brought like a new and interesting aspect to Minecraft, and they continue to do that. I think Minecraft is a game that really, like, it's world building in and of itself. Like, every update, everything that they continue to do with this game is just continuous world building, and it's amazing, really. And it's the reason that world building is my favorite stage of writing, is because you can just come up with so many different things. Anyway, now that we've slept and we're in a less precarious situation, let's talk about world building. So we'll start with crap. Oh, there we go. My monitor's kind of flickering right now, so I may have to pause the recording and put myself in a better situation. Hopefully, though, this isn't a constant. If this is a constant, I'm gonna get mad. Anyway. So, wow, I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah, we'll start with the basics of world building, and we'll talk about world building in the sense, to make it easier, we'll talk about world building in the sense of what I'm doing now and kind of creating the story out of the world here. And I think the most essential and basic part of world building, to start with anyway, is kind of establishing what universe you're setting yourself in. What basic forms of rules. Do we want magic? Do we not want magic? And I think Minecraft has established that for us already. Because, truth be told, we have magic. I'm not going to avoid going into the Nether. I'm not going to say, like, oh, that doesn't exist. I want this to be a sci-fi world or something. Or, you know, if I wanted it to be a sci-fi world, maybe I could come up with a bunch of scientific explanations for how things work. But I'm not going to avoid the fact that some of the basic world building has been established by Minecraft as a game already. So we have magic. I think that's always a really important one to start with. And I think one of the rules we want to establish that will be unique to this is... Hey guys, my recording just crashed. We're back. Anyway, what I was saying prior to the crash, and hopefully this doesn't happen again. If this happens, I'm going to follow a 3-strike rule. If this happens 2 more times, the video's over. And then I'm going to find a new recording software. And then I'll archive this audio and do something with it later. I need food. Anyway, what I was going to say is, one of the things that will make unique to this version of Minecraft, or at least this story of Minecraft, that isn't really addressed in the game itself, is I want to address the idea of respawning. And I think, obviously that sounds really silly and kind of, you know, lowballing, but I think that with just that idea of respawning, there's this certain approach to the concept of death, which I think is going to be, we'll make it an essential part of this story, is the concept of death. And like, kind of what happens when you die. So, on that note, right now I'm actually just kind of taking notes, not physically, but in voice. On that note, we will keep that in our minds, and we'll expand on that idea later. So death is going to be an important part of this. What else do we want to add? So much interesting things to add when you kind of just look at it. What else do we want? Maybe I'm trying to think of like a unique aspect of this game, like something that is very particular and yet very kind of not addressed. I'm gonna take this time I'm mining the spruce tree to think about it. Actually, So should we have a faction system? I know that's kind of, that may seem kind of off the ball, but I mean, that's something I enjoy about other types of games, is when they have a faction system, like Skyrim and things like that, where you can be like the Thieves Guild and do all the thiefy stuff. That'd be an interesting aspect. Yeah. So let's have some factions. How many do we want? We'll have three. Three is a good number. We'll stick with 3 factions. We'll think about more over the course of time. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to utilize my inventory here. I need a chest. And I also needed to set down my crafting bench and furnace, which I didn't do. Ah, there we go. I'm going to throw this egg at the sheep. There we go. Yeah, that works. So, well, yeah, there'll be 3 factions, and the names we'll work on later. But I think we want to establish kind of maybe what each of those factions does. And I think as a player, you know, since we're interacting with this world, right? We're essentially kind of creating almost like a video game-esque scenario. I don't think that us, the hero, should be necessarily tied to any of these factions, and I think by that point, none of these factions should be inherently good or evil. I think we should be able to work with them, kind of, you know, incongruently. Is that maybe the word I'm looking for? We want to be able to like work with all of them individually, but they also need to have certain offset principles that could set them into war. It's kind of like Fallout 4, with what is it? The railroad, the sense. Yeah. What is it? I haven't played Fallout 4 in a while. And then the Brotherhood, and there might be other factions, but they're escaping me at the moment. And as you go, you have to like pick sides essentially. Only we said we're not going to pick sides. And you got to choose which faction you're going to be a part of. Or maybe we will pick sides eventually. I'm not sure about that yet. I don't really want to pick sides right now, but I reserve the right to change anything and everything that happens in this universe. So just because I say that I'm not going to do I'm not going to be a part of that right now doesn't mean that I'm not going to be a part of that period. Okay. I needed to collect way more spruce logs than this. Okay. Since we're using spruce though, let's take this oak to make a chest. Actually, yeah, we'll make all of it into a chest. Yeah, because we've got sticks. Good. So we'll have 3 factions. Each of them will be named something interesting. Each of the factions needs to be interchangeable. Or, yeah, each of them can be followed. None of them are inherently good or evil. But a lot of times what helps to kind of define good and evil is to have a single evil source. So maybe we'll have not really a faction per se, but like a 4th group. And that group is just straight up evil. There's no 2 ways about it. You can't side with it. It just is evil. But it'll be like a base evil. You know, it's gonna be rather standard in the sense that, like, mwahaha, I want to take over the world, that kind of shit. You know, we won't try to drag it into something more deep and methodical like the new Joker movie or anything like that. We'll keep it pretty baseline. Ooh, where should I put my bed? Like, I'm just... So we decided... Well, we never decided, but... Yeah, this is gonna be a window. Oh, shoot. Maybe... Like... We'll probably build multiple stories. Maybe I could have just left my bed where it was. You can only sleep during the night in thunderstorms. Come on. Yeah, and we'll make this base evil responsible for... We'll make it responsible for perhaps just all of the reasons that there are all these like monstrosities and amalgamations of creatures, right? So like we'll actually make a backstory for the creeper at one point. And I already kind of I want to talk about this, even though I said I don't want to go into too much detail with all of this just yet. I want to talk about the backstory of the creepers because I'm feeling on a flow right now. Creepers are we have zombie pigmen, but these are like pig monstrosities, and I'm pulling this primarily from the fact that Notch, made creepers from pigs. So these are this faction created the creepers as essentially pig abominations that, for all intents and purposes, are suicide bombers. And I know that doesn't seem like an important or big detail now, but I can definitely see how like we can deal with some nuances about that. And I think that also plays, like, the fact that there's zombie pigmen, but there's also creepers, which we're saying in this case is kind of a bastardization of the pig form. I think that will also really tail in nicely to the story that we want to tell that focuses on death and respawning. Because if there's these pig monstrosities, but then you also have like pig monstrosities in the form of zombie pigmen and things of that nature, then we're starting to kind of develop a kind of a theme here of like, what is life, what is death, which can get really deep. So I'm all for that. That'll work out nicely. And also, of course, just regular zombies, the drowned, etc. And I don't feel like they need a terribly large amount of backstory. Then essentially they are zombies. They are drowned. Maybe the drowned can have reference to something in particular, since I don't know, they're just a very unique form of zombie. Same with the shades when we head into a desert. Or are they taiga? I don't know. Whenever we see them, we can probably come up with an interesting, idea for them. Maybe something fun to explore would be, why are skeletons archers and zombies not? Because that's always been kind of a curious thing for me. Like, I mean, it's a very distinguishing feature, You see a skeleton, you know what you're in for. You see a zombie, you know what you're in for, what kind of combat. But I wonder if there's, like, a deeper thing that we can come up with for that. I should be killing some chickens and getting some food. Come on. Come on. So what do we have right now? We have death, we have 3 factions, a base evil, and some ideas of what is life, what is death, and kind of dealing with mortality and things of that nature. I hope that's a good cave. Probably isn't, but I hope it is. That's some good stuff. We're starting to kind of get a flow going. I know there's probably a question while I'm talking about all of this of like, why is he not planting spruce trees? Why is he going back and forth one at a time to collect trees? And the reason why is because I'm putting a lot more thought right now into what I'm saying than into what I'm doing. Like, I'm building a house, but I'm on a very inefficient autopilot, and I'm hoping that that's going to change over time as I get more comfortable with doing this and more used to it, that I can go on autopilot. And maybe that just means less talking and more doing. That's always a good philosophy to live life by. But we'll get some of these trees planted. And I'm going to also want to start a farm. I might, yeah, we're going to remove you because I'm thinking the farm's going to be on this side. Yeah. So we're creating a story right now, which is nice. I don't have stone. There we go. I'm gonna need that. Okay. I am gonna focus on this for a second just to kind of take a break, because I've been talking a lot and I've been processing a lot of ideas. Uh-oh, need a bucket. Where is the bucket? Did I place the bucket? Yeah, need a bucket. Yeah, see, and when I am not thinking and just talking, things like this happen when I'm actively undermining the fact that plants need water. Okay, we'll put a wood plank. We'll put a wood plank there for now, and we'll fix it later. But I'm just gonna have like a. I don't really need an infinite water source since I'm right next to the lake, so I'm just gonna. It also doesn't look like an infinite water source with this shader pack on, or it doesn't look like a full complete water source with the shader pack on. So. Yeah. So because I personally enjoy farming within Minecraft, I'm thinking maybe our hero starts out as a humble farmer. I like that idea. It bases him in kind of that everyman sort of homey place that a lot of stories like to start from. Very, well, I'm sure it will get Greek tragedy once I expand this house into like a 5-story mansion just because I'm bored. But for now, oh, come on. But for now, very, I don't know what you want to call it, Agrigorian? Very much a certain type of literature that's name is escaping me at the moment. We'll just say that. Very Marxian. The everyman, yeah. I don't tend to compare myself to Karl Marx in really any aspect, but, you know, when it comes to the plight of the everyman, which is funny because I'm also, my skin is Nikolai Belinsky, which for anyone who knows Call of Duty Zombies, that is the Russian character of Call of Duty Zombies. So, yeah. I'm not gonna even attempt a Russian accent. Okay. Right. Kind of need to figure out what I'm doing from a survival standpoint right now. Because I'm kind of just walking off into the woods and not really regarding the fact that I have other things I could be doing or should be doing. I think something else I'm going to work on when I do these videos is I'm going to walk in with not only an objective of like what to talk about, but also an objective of like what to do. Because in my mind I was walking in this like, yeah, we'll build the house and, you know, that'll work out, but I really didn't think about the layout of the house or anything of that nature. Oh, I'm going in there. Come on. There's no drought in here. That's nice. A lot of times, the game likes to give you little treats like that. We're gonna pick up one more tree in GTFO, I think. There we go. I like this tree. This one looks good. So yeah, we got some world building done. We haven't gotten too much done. So these factions, I'm thinking, what kind of, like, are they just, like, humble factions, like, kind of just small cities and towns? Is there a kingdom separate of these factions, or are these factions within themselves a sort of governing body, like a state? Be a curious aspect to explore. I'm not really partial to one way or the other at the moment. I think maybe that there should be a state separate of the factions, but the factions should have pull in the state. Like there is a council that can meet with representatives. Certain faction members can run in elections, and those faction members can support their affiliates in those elections. So if we're gonna have a kingdom, then what is the kingdom's name gonna be? That's always the fun one. Coming up with kingdom names. Come on, pig. Give me what I want. Give me the pork. Come on. There we go. I don't want to kill too many pigs and cows just because I'm not really familiar with the area that much. Chickens are pretty easy. They come a dime a dozen. But like chickens and cows, not perfectly sure how many we have, and I want to breed them, so. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna get myself killed doing this. There we go. Yep, there's a spider. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. I think it sees me. But I'm gonna go into the water. Because while drown do exist, this is pretty low body of water, and I don't think they're gonna try and attack me. You dick. Maybe I can stay out of its... Oh, you all are assholes. The collective total of you. Aw, nuts. Nowhere is safe. How have I done this to myself? Okay. Please don't jump over my lawn. Yeah, that's a crew. Whoa, we are in a field of bad. We are in a field of bad. We are in a field of bad. Bob and weave, bob and weave. I get into a building. Come in. Okay. Well, that happened. Okay. Yeah, I know I need to eat food. Shoot. Ha! Ha ha! I don't know how that worked, but it did. We do have a lot of creepers to deal with now. But thankfully, just creepers for the most part. And spiders should be pretty friendly. Shoot. There's a lot of sheep and cows too, which is nice. Yeah, that's a creeper. I'm pretty sure I could be cheap and like... Oh, come on. Come on, dude. Okay. I'm making sure that I'm safe by the standards of not getting hit by drowned. In Minecraft Xbox Edition, they don't let you get hurt when you're in water and a creeper explodes. Just saying. Okay. Anyway. I completely forget what I was talking about prior to this entire mess that happened to work out in my favor hardly. I have bread. I didn't take note of that until just now. You know what? Yeah, I need it. Okay. This video has probably gone on pretty long. But at the same time, I do want to finish this house. And so, thinking I'm gonna get walls, or I'm gonna get some walls at least, built. We'll get enough walls built to call it good. I'll just use up whatever planks I have right here. We'll call it good. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. I don't have logs for there yet, but it's okay. Oh, come on. Come on. So, quick recap. In this session, we have figured out we're gonna have 3 factions. A kingdom. That's right. We didn't figure out what the kingdom's name was yet, though, which is fine. I kind of want to save naming for later because names are complicated, and there's a lot of ways to name things. My favorite way to name things is to use Google Translate and come up with words that don't exist based off of fragments of words that do exist. Always a fun way to come up with stuff. I guess we decide. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that was a building inside thought, and we have a spruce tree. Yeah. Okay, I said we have factions. We kind of know where we're going with the world building aspect of things. I think we can refine this, though. Certainly we can refine this. Good. So, I was kind of hoping it was an odd number on this side because I was going to put this third door here and it was going to lead out to like a dock. Now I'm not really sure where I want this third door to go. Why do they give you 3? Like, why 3 doors? Why not 4? Let's explore that in our story. Why 3 doors? I'm joking, of course. I don't really think that we should explore that. That's kind of a stupid, tiny detail. I have so many thoughts going on right now. Oh, right, and I have... Like, my thought is, let's develop armor. Actually, we don't need leggings, do we? Are we... Yeah, we don't need leggings. So let's get a chest plate and boots. I'm thinking a cap. There we go. We should also probably make an iron pickaxe too. So I'm gonna keep those leather leggings for now because they're doing us okay. I have not planted any of the seeds. Yeah, we have a lot that we need to do, and I have to get my head on straight. I have a poppy now. More dirt. A bone, which I'm not sure I'm going to use right away, but it's good for bone meal. Zombie flesh, which I prefer not to eat at any given time. That. Spruce planks, which we're going to use. Coal, which we don't immediately need. Well, one of them. We need one of them. Okay. I love this humble little garden. Very nice. Oh yeah, that's another thing we've established, that we're a gardener. We're a very humble gardener. We'll just make the rest of it seed. like, a lot of times I like to save space for like potatoes and stuff, but we don't have any potatoes right now that are ready to go, so we'll just make it all wheat seeds and get lots of bread. Eventually I'm gonna have just a huge farm. It's just gonna expand all the way to the village. But right now, small humble farm. And yeah. I think eventually I'll also have a book and quill to record all of these ideas that kind of came up with in this play session. I don't think I'm gonna forget any of them, but it'd be nice to have like a running record of what I said and what we're gonna do. There we go. If the day is nearing its end, I'm willing to wait for night on this video just to make sure that I go to bed and wake up in one piece, ready to start a new day before I log off. Okay. There's something I was gonna craft. Ah, yes, I was gonna do a pick, which I don't have the sticks for. Silly me. But I was also gonna do leggings. Oh, sweet, I have enough left for a pick once I do leggings. So yeah, we'll substitute these. There we go. That's good. Then I'll have enough for a pick. I can stick with a stone sword for a bit. I'm not eccentric. I'm sure there's probably a question of why do I have 3 raw pork chop and 6 raw chicken, and why am I not cooking those right now? I like to cook things that are in sections of 8, because coal is in sections of 8. I'm very picky about that. I don't like wasting coal. Even though I understand that coal is technically a renewable resource by the fact that you can make charcoal, still don't like wasting coal. I have 3 pork chops. I'd prefer to kill a chicken and try to get 8 chickens than more porkers, but not quite enough. Oh! This is also why I love living next to a village, because then I can collect these and these. I'm not going to deal with the wheat, because I'm going to have a ton of my own wheat in a sec. Oh, there's some carrots, though. Oh, I hope you're... Mr. Farmer, I hope you're not thinking poorly of me. First in your food. Get out of here, pig. I don't want to hurt you. Yet. Okay, there we go. More food for my farm, and we should make it back to the bed before complete nightfall. You know, unless if nightfall just does that and falls right away. What do you mean only during the night? It is the night. Okay, well. There's that. We got a beautiful sunrise. Our house is sort of built. I think next time we'll get sand and actually build like the rest of it. I'm thinking maybe 2 stories. Maybe 3 if we add a basement. But yeah. I think this house perfectly represents where we are right now with world building and everything. We're setting blocks down, we're sort of there, but we still have a very, very long way to go. And that's okay. I'm not really crunched for time on this. I'd rather just kind of talk out my ideas, think about things freely, and hopefully there's a point where this just gets really exciting really fast. But yeah. That's all I got for now. Take care.